What's up, traders? This is Marco. We have Friday the 18th of August and I have another bar by bar for you today. In front of you, you can see the 2000 tick ES chart. This is the ES future and I'm trading with the Ninjatrader platform, and the only indicator that I'm using is the 21 EMA, which is this pink line here. So I'm coming to the computer around 7:30 in the morning US time, and this is what I saw today. So we can see some range movement here and some strong drops here below the EMA. So what I was doing, I was trying to find a downtrend structure, because if you connect the highs and the lows, you will find that prices are fitting within this channel here. There is a potential break here, but notice during the overnight, price action is not that clean compared to the normal market opening hours. So this can be even treated as part of the channel. And for now, we will play it like this. So you can see this huge drop lower here. And from there, we wait for a pullback back to the key entry point, back to the EMA, to look for any shorts, because the bias right now is to the short side. And you can see we are getting a pullback here, but we cannot take a trade here because it's pretty much in no man's land. We would like to see prices coming back to our key entry point. So we have to wait. Also notice there is a shorter term uptrend in play here, and this is broken for the first time. So we would like to see ideally a retest of the highs and then take a short of the key entry point. We're getting a retest of the highs now and checking now if there is any potential setup. Right now this starts to look very congestive, so we're staying out of any trades here and just waiting what prices are doing. This is the first break of this downtrend structure, so we are expecting a retest of the lows, which is around this level where my cursor is right now. And you can see prices are dropping lower. Let me zoom in here a bit so you can see it a bit better. You can see prices are going lower here and making a new low. So technically this downtrend structure played out by now. And now what we are doing, we are waiting and see what price action is doing. By the way, markets opened. That's when this background color is changing to white. And yeah, checking now. This is a potential setup here, because you can see prices made a new low, first entry, second entry short. So this is a potential short failure if prices are going higher here. But also this was the first break here, and usually prices are making two legs to a new low. So this would be a first leg pullback, then a potential second leg. And I think it's a bit too early to consider taking a long here, even though this could be a nice failure. But also this is a bit congestion here. So we just wait and stay out of the trade. Now I can see that this failure here is also confirming the shorter term uptrend channel, which is working higher here now, because you can see something has changed. Prices before were dropping below the EMA, and now we have a strong push above the EMA, and the EMA is supporting the pullback and pushing prices higher. So this is a sign that something has changed. So right now we are switching our bias from before it was to the short side to the long side, or respectively like to neutral, because we want to see what prices are doing and how prices are progressing. You can see prices work nicely higher in this shorter term uptrend here. It's going back and forth between the channel. Now we are breaking this channel here for the first time. So there is a potential for a second entry long, because this is the first break and we want to see a retest of the highs. And with this strong push above the EMA, And if EMA is providing further support now, so we have to see when prices are coming back to the EMA now, and if EMA is giving us confirmation that prices are going higher here, then I would consider a second entry long here. Price made a new high, first entry, second entry long, but this is a bad signal bar, so we are not entering. Now we are pushing below the EMA, so no setup here. That would be the second entry trigger, but as I said, we cannot enter on such a bad signal bar, so we're staying out. And you can see prices are pushing higher and even making a new high now. So I can always draw the shorter term channels. You can see prices pushing higher, breaking also this and making new high for the shorter term channel and this green uptrend here. So right now, there is no clear bias. We see and look what prices are doing around the EMA, and you can see prices go sideways. So maybe there is even some range working. Can check something like this here maybe. But of course we need further confirmation. Prices bouncing off this level here and now finding further confirmation. And this is interesting because you can see prices made a new high here. So this is a first entry, pullback, second entry. So we are finding some support around this level and now forming a higher low here. This is very interesting because it's a double confirmation that prices are accepting this support. It's a higher low after a second entry long. Usually we are not looking for second entries in ranges, but if they appear, then we take them. And yeah, this is also a very nice bullish signal bar here. If you consider how this bar was formed, prices went down all the way, then found support at this area and pushed all the way up again. So this is a very strong bullish sign. And I think you can take this trade. And also this is a trade that I took live, and you can see the markups here. After this bar here, I placed my order and you can see I got in, and my target was at this last highs here, because I was thinking when prices are finding support, then at least we will test and check the last highs that were made. And also, I was mentioned this before, usually prices move in twos. So for me, this was the first leg up here, then a pullback, and this was the target for a second leg to retest the extreme of this uptrend here. So there was some room to the top side here, and I took this trade here, and I scalped out with target right about this level here, because this was the last high. And you can see this level here is forming some resistance because prices bounced back directly. And you can see prices are forming another bullish bar here. But also now consider, the more often a level is being tested, the more likely it is to break. And also after this strong rejection here at the top, after this bearish bar, I was not very confident taking another long here. So I didn't take another long here and just waited. And prices got rejected again from this support. And what I realized now, prices are making higher lows each swing. So I was trying to find a uptrend structure, and I played with this here. Because you can see prices are respecting this level and confirming this key entry point here. But also notice there could be already a first break of this channel here, which is represented by this candle here. So right now it's a bit messy because we are within a range and within an uptrend. And usually when this happens, we just wait and see what prices are doing. Also notice we reach our measure move here to the tick. So this uptrend here got a break and 2 legs to a new high. And yeah, so right now we're just waiting what's going on. Price is pushing further than that, pushing higher, pulling back now to the EMA. I can understand that this looks tempting, but usually we're waiting prices to come back to our key entry point, which is the channel line here. And also this is only a first entry long. So within trends, we're waiting for second entries, and this is just too early to take. So nothing to consider here. And now the problem is you can see prices are working lower within this shorter term channel. And before we can take this long here, we want to see a break of the structure, retest of the lows, and then a very nice bullish bar at our key entry point and ideally above the EMA. But this shorter term channel here is moving lower. Also, this is a bit congestive, and you can see also it's right at the range here. Usually breakouts fail in the first attempt. So this was another reason not to take a long here, because first breakouts fail. You can see prices failed out of it, broke out of this range and failed and coming back inside the range. So always keep an eye on that. And yeah, so we had to wait here for a setup, and prices were pushing lower and lower. So I was increasing this downtrend channel here. No wheel setup right now because this is congestion. We are fighting between this uptrend here and between the range. And whenever two structures are conflicting, then we just wait and see which structure is winning here. But right now, nothing to do. We have a break here, potential break, retest of the lows. Or if you want, we can increase this channel here a bit. So this channel is becoming a bit bigger. Then we're getting the first break here with no retest yet. And you can see prices are trying to retest this channel, but are not succeeding. This is very congestive here, cannot take anything. And maybe we have to move down our range a bit, because this here looks a bit better now. It's fitting better to the price action, because you can see first prices were finding some support around this level here, but now the range moved a bit lower. We're finding some support here. No setup here. I know this is a double top and we want to see a retest of the lows, but this is also congestion right into the middle of the range. So there is a potential that prices bounce from here and test the other side of the range. So we cannot take a trade here right now with this conflicting structures. So we just have to wait. And you can see prices are moving sideways, finding some resistance at the midline of this range, and now breaking out to the low side. So this retest of the downtrend is finished. We made a new low here, so this downtrend here played out, but we are still in conflicting pattern with this uptrend. If you want, then this is a break here and 2 legs to a new high. So technically this uptrend here also played out, but this break is very tiny, and usually breaks are more let's say bigger. So yeah, right now we are not taking this channel into consideration and just playing this range here. Prices break out of this range to the low side, and most breakouts fail, so prices coming back. But I don't feel confident in taking a long here. First of all, after this order of bearish bars, I would like to see a higher low at least, and also look where it bounced. There's like no real support below here. So if we have some tested support around this area and then forming a higher low after this downtrend here played out, then I'm more confident taking a long back inside the range. But like this, I think it's too risky, so we're just staying out. And prices push higher here. You can see prices are pushing back inside the range, but staying here at these levels. So right now we want to see something off our range top to take a short, or something off our range low to take a long, all back inside the range. This is a shorter term uptrend working higher, first break, potential retest already, congestion around this area. So we're just waiting and seeing what's going on. And then prices are dropping lower here. You can see prices form now this very nice bearish bar at the range support. But this is only a first entry short, and also it looks so congestive here. You can see if I draw this like mini range, and really we don't like to enter something like this. Technically there should be a retest of the low still from the shorter term channel, but it's always hard to say where did we see the break. Is this the break already, or is this the break and prices made a new low all in one candle and all inside this range? So there are some really uncertainties, and then we just stay out and wait. Prices find confirmation here that this support is still active and prices are pushing back inside the range. And now we even breaking the range here to the top side. So maybe there is some uptrend developing here. We can draw this shorter term uptrend here. Potential break here, retest of the highs. When we extend it to this level, then it looks a bit better. Then we have a break here, and now attempt to retest the highs. So really nothing really good to take here. Everything is pretty much stacked up, and we are moving within this range here. There are the shorter term uptrends and downtrends which can be played, but you can see nothing is really forming here. So we have to wait. But now prices broke out of this range and we are testing this breakout here, and you can see prices are pushing higher and confirming this breakout out of this range here by this higher low. We're going higher here. So right now there could be the moment where prices are leaving this range here. Notice we entered the range from below, so usually prices also leaving the range then to the top, and this is what prices are doing here. And we are strongly pushing above the EMA. This is a sign that something has changed and that we can look for potential uptrends here. And if you take this low and connect the last swings, then you can see this is looking pretty nice here because prices fit in this channel neatly. No setup so far, so we have to wait and see what prices are giving us. This is another range here. You can see how prices moving sideways, and we have a failed breakout out of this range now. And also notice there is a double top, so you can reset the count, so we can start counting from here. So this is the first entry, potential second entry long, finishing above the EMA. Also a failed breakout out of this range here. This bar is pretty big, it's 13 ticks. So if this bar closed a bit lower here, then maybe something to consider. And it's also not back to our key entry point, which is this channel line here. So if you are an aggressive trader, you can consider taking a long here. I just explained the context. For me, it was too risky, so I stayed out of it. But you can see prices find support around the EMA here. Also, this was a failed breakout, so prices are coming back inside the range and now breaking to the top side. breaking this shorter term uptrend, making a new high, and also maybe we're even overshooting this channel here, or there is a bigger channel in play. We have to see what prices will do around the key entry point if we pull back. So there could be an overshoot now, or there could be simply a bigger channel. Right now, I must say I like a bit more this bigger channel because I can see some reaction of the midline with prices here, but we leave it like this for now and see what prices are doing next. Pushing back here, finding support around the EMA, but now going sideways, and we are breaking our channel here for the first time. You can see prices really break this channel. There are potential channels like this here. You can see this is a potential downtrend channel. Also, this is a shorter term one with a break and new low already. So right now we have a first break of this uptrend, and it's a question if this was an overshoot or just part of the bigger channel. So the bias is not very clear right now, and when this is not so clear, we wait for some further confirmation. We're getting now to a potential second entry short set up here. You can see prices made a new low, first entry, pullback. This is a second entry here, but this is an inside bar of this bull bar. In general, this is congestion here. I know some of you like to take inside bar trades. Hello, Thomas, if you watch this, greetings to you. I know you like inside bar trades, but in general, this is like very congested here, and the context is also not super clear. But because if we have this uptrend, this bigger uptrend here in play without an overshoot, then this is the first break, and we will see, or we would like to see, a retest of the extremes, which is around here, and then taking a short right into the support here where prices bounced. I think this is too risky, so just have to leave this. But you can see prices are making a new low of this shorter term downtrend here after a break. So this shorter term channel here played out by now, and now maybe we can focus on a retest of this uptrend. If this was no overshoot, of course, you can see prices are pushing strongly higher here. I think this is worth to draw a shorter term channel, breaking this and making a new high. So by now you can tell that this was no overshoot, but part of a bigger channel. So but in any way, this channel now here played out because we had a break, like a 2-leg break here, and now a 2-leg to a new high. So this uptrend here potentially played out already. And yeah, we have to see and wait what's going on. Maybe there is even a bigger structure in play. I will just leave it like this now and see what prices are doing. We're breaking this here, making a new high and forming some range here now. So maybe there is even some spike and channel in play here. If we extend this to a slightly bigger channel, then this also makes sense. But also we had a break, a new high here as well, and there is some resistance coming up here. Nothing to take. This is a lower high now here, but the problem about this setup, and I don't like it too much, it's very congested here, and there's a lot of bullish strength coming in here. So there's nothing telling us that it can maybe pull back some ticks here and then go higher much further. So we just have to wait, and this is already live price action. So yeah, not too many trades, not too many possibilities. There's a shorter term channel working lower, and really we have to see now what will happen next, because this uptrend here, in my opinion, played out already. we had a break and new extreme in place. Usually prices are moving in a range now and then decide where to go. So we can retrace here a bit, going sideways and making maybe another push higher in the same amount what we have here. But yeah, this is like just guessing. Trade what you see, not what you think. I'm zooming out here a bit so you can see the whole picture one more time. This overnight downtrend here with a break new high. Then we are heading spike and channel up. This channel broke here. Price made a new high, then stayed within this range. Unfortunately, there was no good long of the range support here because we were breaking this and getting back inside the range here, and then the lows were not consistent. Then we were breaking here out to the top side, forming this uptrend structure here. I think this trade is aggressive. We were speaking about this, breaking this uptrend for the first time. This could be a potential if you trade inside bars, but for me it was aggressive and congested here, so I'm not interested in this. And then this very strong push higher here to make a new high, and now some retracement action. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give us a like and subscribe if you haven't. Check out our homepage, topicktrading.com. You will find there some very detailed course with a lot of information about how to read this chart and what to do, what to look for. Just check out the homepage. There is some introduction video. And yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you for following us, and I wish you a great weekend and speak to you next week.